Well, would you look at this, they actually did it. They released the ENT update, and they actually managed to do it before the turn of 2022. The wait time for the update did sort of become a joke in the community, but it's better late than never. I'd rather have a polished and well-made update rather than a quickly made hunk of junk full of bugs and undone features. Anyways, I'll cover the big things added in this update, along with footage and explanations of the features, to show them in detail, along with some of my opinions. I suppose I'll start with the big thing. The engineering and technical services, and their reintroduction. Several months ago, before the department was closed, there were complaints from members of the ENT department that their job was time-consuming, repetitive and boring, which was most likely part of why they decided to overhaul the department. And having the department reintroduced to the game breathes new life into it, which I'm very happy about. I can tell you that my experience in the department so far has been very enjoyable, and I can definitely recommend joining it when the applications open again. Who knows, maybe I'll make a video on it, like I did for the ethics committee, but enough of that. Let's see what they do in the new update. So as you would expect, the engineering and technical services do maintenance and repairs on the facility. This includes fixing generators, repairing gas pipes, extinguishing fires, checking for earthquakes, restocking the site supply, fixing broken satellites, and for high-ranking ENT members they can regulate generators by shutting down lights in specific zones. And soon, the dam will be given full functionality, and ENT members will have to do maintenance to make sure, the canyon doesn't flood. Anyways, that is what I'm gonna say about the engineering and technical services for now. Once again, it's great to have it back, better than before. Though now I wanna look at the update from the perspective of others, so we will look at the other features in this update. Many of these features do link back to the ENT department, but they are still experienced differently. One of these features is fire. Around the site, mostly around crates, fires can be set ablaze, and they will have to be extinguished. While I did include the task of extinguishing fires in the list of things the ENT has to do, other Foundation members can also extinguish fires. I think this is a really great way of adding more life to the site, and since fire extinguishers can be a bit far away from the fires, it's not just a small thing, but something that could actually be an actual threat. A great feature in my opinion. There are also new outside environmental features. Of course, Musical's family has finally arrived in the canyon, and Musical can now sit down and relax with his brother in on the surface after he has escaped. Just like the actual Musical Dominator, these do damage you if you get too close. Then there are the sandstorms. When a sandstorm is active, you can only see a few meters ahead of you, which makes it really scary and dangerous to drive, for example. Visually, the sandstorm looks amazing, with the lighting and the sun behaving like they would in an actual sandstorm. Really great way to make the surface more interesting and dangerous, especially for those who drive cars. Of course, the sandstorm is just a visual thing, which disables visibility, but doesn't damage anything in the facility. The same cannot be said for earthquakes. That's right, Site Phoenix now has earthquakes. While you could argue it's unrealistic, because Site Phoenix isn't exactly close to a border between two tectonic plates, I'm gonna argue that you can shut the f*** up. This is probably my favorite environmental feature, because it can cause the site to go to complete chaos if the ENT members aren't on high alert. An earthquake will most likely disable several generators. One earthquake even disabled all the generators, causing the backup generators to become active. Therefore, it is critically important that the ENT members are ready when it happens. As I said earlier, they will have to check the seismic sensors to see if there are any earthquakes in the near future. If they don't check, and they are not ready, well, the site may go to complete chaos for a while. And then there are some other new things not related to the engineering and technical services at all. For example, you can now shoot glass to make it break, thus allowing you to walk through where windows once stood, mostly in the viewing room and the CDC. This gives some interesting combat alternatives for combat in the viewing room, as now you can't just hide behind the window anymore to be safe from being hit. Instead you have to take advantage of other obstacles. A cave has also been added, along with an abandoned mine. I haven't checked these out myself yet, so I'll leave it for you to check out and explore. And finally, the most amazing thing I've ever seen in a game before. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this update review. I highly recommend checking out the update for yourself, whether you're in the ENT or not. There are also some other things I didn't cover, so I'll link the full patch notes for the update in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good day.
Okay, listen up.
IEV.
This is a very important question.
Yeah.
So, cactus have hairs, right? Would this mean that musical is a furry?
Yes.
Wait. Could you repeat that again?
Cacti have hair, right? Like,
Well, not
Okay,
technically, but
Jillian,
in the case they
I
do.
have a question. When has hair defined a thing as an animal?